fight hype, and he basically said he wasn't impressed with the Jose Benavidez Jr. win by Jermall Charlo, facing smaller man. Said he's still looking to fight Jermall Charlo. He don't need no tune-up because he been out the ring since March. Says he wants to fight Jermall Charlo next and stand on business. He said, boy, don't you ever put your hands on like me that again. Charlo, he slapped fire out of Charlo. Now, the good word on the street is that Charlo could be fighting Canelo in May, so I don't know where that leave Plant. Now, he spoke on Demetrius Andrade, too, and he said he'd never brag about losing. I'm going to get to that, too, but obviously that's a good fight. I'm not even sure Jermall Charlo ready for Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? He looked good to come off a year layoff, but I think he should be on the next show smoking. He should squeeze on that Morale card, to be real, and get right back in the camp, because he stay getting in trouble, and that'll keep his black ass right out of trouble. All right? So that's just my opinion on it. He should be coming back a month later. I mean, it could be versus Blow Smoke, Smug Small. It could be versus anybody. You know? But yeah, I guess if the Canelo fight don't work, that's a good fight for him. He came out with a new chain showing that he still has some money. Probably rented it to change the wings and all that stuff. But, I mean, that's something that he got to split in the block before his career over with. He got to get retribution. He got to get reparations. What Master Plant did to him. Slapped his shit and said, boy, don't you ever, he didn't want to say the boy. You know what he wanted to say. You know what he wanted to say. Oh, he probably caught himself like, boy. You know what I'm saying? Then they was right by each other at one of the recent fights, and he didn't do nothing. Caleb Plant slapped the shit out that nigga. He couldn't even believe it. He was looking like, damn, like, because that wasn't no, like, that's one of the most, only more disrespectful thing a man could do to you in that situation is spit on you. Then turn around, your wife getting beat up, like, boy, I took a L, but Jesus Christ. You know? That's what we should be pursuing, but if you got a Canelo fight on deck, hey, you got to go change your family life, you know? You've been out the ring for what? Almost 2 full years? You got to go get that bag. I'm sorry. Caleb Plant to be there. You know? Shit, if you want to, you can go hire some goons to jump his ass. Shit. That's what you could do. You can get some goons to jump his ass. If it's really that greasy, you know what I'm saying? For sheezy. But yeah, that's a good fight though. But I'm not sure that Charlo ready for that caliber fighter, neither Diamonds Plant. I think he need like 1 or 2 more quick fights just to get in the rhythm and keep him busy. You know what I'm saying? Because in the face, you can tell he still ain't there. His face sunken in and shit. He dark black spots around his marks around his eye and shit. Like, you can tell he ain't back. But I guess, one thing, when I'm going through something, working is what keep my mind off the bullshit. When I'm working and I'm doing something that's keeping my mind off of it, that's kind of what helps me when I'm stressing. But it's different when they going through it and you going through it. Yeah, you can talk somebody through some shit, but when it's you going through it, dog. And that's why when you get a certain age, old people don't even stun it no more. Old people just alright, because they done seen so much bullshit. But as far as the fight, it's a good fight. I mean, Charlo big, strong. You know what I'm saying? He just fought a 10-rounder. I like to see him get a 12-rounder in before he get back in there. It'll be a non-title fight. He got a good jab. And I think, it'll be about, can he step the pace up on Caleb Plant? Because Plant started the gas. His jab going to be a problem. Can he put some body work in? And then when Plant becomes stationary, can he, take those later rounds and get him out of there? But Plant said he been in the gym the whole time since his last fight, working on some new things. And, he going to be slippery. He's probably the most slippery opponent Jermall Charlo done fought. For sure. So, that's one of them dudes that you really don't want to fight coming off a layoff or not being 100% ready. You know what I'm saying? That's probably not one of them guys that you really want to get in the ring with until you get your timing, your distance, your speed, your fast switch muscles back on point. But, I mean, like I said before, he loses to Caleb Plant, he probably gatekeeper status, journeyman status. I don't think there's no squeezing back down to 60. Not at all. I don't think it's no squeezing back down to 60. So, but yeah, I would just, his jab and his strength will be the difference in that fight. And then can he keep coming forward while walking that man and walk that man down, cut the ring off on him? Right now, I give Plant the edge. But I think Charlo got a little bit more dog in him, a little bit better chin. When he clicking, his conditioning is better. But Charlo ain't one of them dudes that fight at a frantic, hectic pace neither. He ain't one of them dudes that fight at a frantic pace, and that's gonna favor Caleb Plant. If Caleb Plant is able to control the pace, and what Caleb Plant need to be working on is how to be stationary but defensive, not how always to move off his spot, and how to hold his ground and still keep his defensive positioning. But he said that's the fight he wanted. He smacked you and stood on business. But if that man Jermall get a chance to fight Canelo Alvarez, then so be it. Now, how many people gonna call a spade on Canelo Alvarez? He don't duck no challenges. He don't take no easy. He don't do this, that, and the third. Out of all the opponents he can fight, I mean, really, obviously, the main one is David Benavidez. Why don't you fight David Benavidez? Why don't you fight David Benavidez? But nonetheless, of course, he's gonna pick on little Charlo. Or big Charlo. That's lethargic. I may not even talk about that fight. I'm happy that Charlo get to feed his family and all that shit and all whatever. But come on, man, we know you about to lose, and that's just gonna be a black eye on the Charlo family. Cinnamon Toast Crunch runs through family. Even if you go out on your shield, man, your brother made it to the point where you got to beat this dude, and you can't beat him. I said that when he was active, you couldn't beat him because he don't have the matchmaking, or he wasn't built up the right way to beat the man. I said that from the beginning. The matchmaking was lacking. The matchmaking was lacking. But that's what you end up getting. But with Plant, I ain't mad at him. Everybody, gave him a moral victory over Benavidez for finishing on his feet, even though he was holding on. You know what I'm saying? And Kenny Bailiff was assisting him to hold on. You know what I'm saying? But, whatever. He went in on Demetrius Andrade too. Andrade was saying, well, Caleb Plant's an okay fighter, and Caleb Plant's not me, I'm better than Caleb Plant. And then, I'm glad Caleb Plant called a spade a spade. Everybody act like they scared to share this opinion. He said, but he quit on his stool. He said he quit on his stool. He talking about me. See, he said, I ain't gonna never brag about losing, but this dude quit on his stool. Kept saying he better than me and this, that, and the third, and it came out that he wasn't. I went the distance with David Benavidez, dude. You went to, and I held on, but hey, shit, I thugged it out. As soon as you got hit with a couple shots, you ain't want to be in there no more. And Caleb Plant was just minding his business, and Demetrius Andrade was just slandering his name. And Caleb Plant just da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? And here come motherfucking Demetrius. Oh, Caleb Plant's cool. Right? I'm better than Caleb Plant. This, that, and the third. You gotta watch what you say. Like Oscar the Rat, somehow how Ryan quit versus Tank, and then he get in there versus Tank, and he quit. You know what I'm saying? These dudes gotta watch what they say. No cap. These dudes gotta watch what they say. Everybody gonna have an opinion, so they get in there and get ready to rumble, bro. And he was right to stick it to Demetrius Andrade. He quit. And everybody gave him a pass. I don't blame him. I don't. But then again, if it's anybody else or a lot of other fighters, you got to go out on your shield and you got to do this, that, and the third. Well, he was getting pummeled and man, nigga quit in the corner. At least, get counted out, laying flat on your face or whatever. That boy said, nah. And everybody was saying the corner stopped it. I said, the way that fight ended, the corner didn't stop that fight. that looked like the fighter stopped the fight. Then, lo and behold, the footage come out. He the one that said stop the fight. He the one that said, no more, Doc. He said that. He said it. So, like I said before, you know, so it sounds like Jermall may get the Canelo fight. Maybe it depends on what Munguia do, how the numbers with me and Munguia do. Right, I heard Jermall should be next. Because to me, it don't make no sense to fight Munguia. Why not fight Jermall, get another fight, and then it's rumored that he going back to PBC. I mean, going back to the zone. And I'm pretty sure Munguia gonna be there. So now, if you go to Matchroom and do a deal with Matchroom, then the Munguia fight probably gonna be hard to make because, you know, Eddie and Oscar going around saying we need to work together, the children of the world and shit. But then he don't want to work with Eddie Hearn. They compete instead of building to make the zone a better company. Come on, you can't go out here preaching, you know, to everybody else, but you ain't doing what you're preaching at home. But, you know, you can't blame Jermall for taking the Canelo fight. I mean, I don't know who's gonna buy that. And people still gonna defend it. Well, you know, Benavidez need to do this, and Benavidez should have never lost his belt, and Canelo don't owe Benavidez nothing. He only did 60,000 pay-per-views. Mark my words. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, the whole 9. Link tree is in the description. It's the first link in the description. Like I said, we everywhere. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. And, you know, don't forget to check out my new channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. That's in the link tree in the description. And check out my Detroit channel, Mercy Sports Talk. That's the same place. Peace.